It is the most comprehensive body of information you will ever find anywhere outlining his ties to Russia going back decades. Even people in my own party, even my own very politically wise friends who are liberals, even my buddy Willis, who is a former Army intelligence officer and one of the heads of the NAACP in Ohio, told me I was crazy for saying Donald Trump is a Russian asset. Even liberals told me I was crazy. For years, I've been saying this for years. Let me tell you guys, I was right. He's a Russian asset. I promise you. His foreign policy couldn't benefit Vladimir Putin more if he wrote it himself, because he did. Hungary is another way to say Russia. He is a Manchurian candidate just like Trump is. Project 2025 is the blueprint that Vladimir Putin wants to see happen. The first thing they did was destroy USAID because Putin hates it. That's why. Everything that's happening, it seems messy, and it seems accidental, and it seems unorganized, and it probably is. All this stuff with Doge, I get that they're incompetent. I get they're breaking laws, and then the laws get enforced, and they have to backtrack. They don't care. The point of all of this, it's less nuanced than we think. The point of all of this is to destabilize every single facet of American society, from our currency, to our education, to our healthcare, to our military intelligence, to our law enforcement. That is the only goal, and it's working. And one of the main people from Heritage Foundation said the other day in an interview, Project 2025 is happening faster and more effectively than my wildest dreams. And we have yet to fill the streets of DC. Everybody needs to know that, and you need to make sure that everybody you know knows that. So here's my plan. DonaldLovesVladimir.com. I built the website. We're getting insane traffic. I have a Canadian volunteering to help me with the search engine optimization. Another volunteer built the website. Other volunteers did the research. I've raised over $30,000 already. I have billboard trucks, 4 of them, digital billboard trucks, 4 of them, rolling around Washington, D.C. 8 hours a day, circling the White House, circling the Capitol. People in D.C. are going to see that website. People in D.C. that don't already know are going to start to know Donald Trump is a Russian asset. More importantly, I'm letting him know that we know, right? Here's the plan. Heritage Foundation. Again, it's something you can get to. It's people that you can get to. You can go outside their building and stand 10 feet from it and make them really, really uncomfortable. And you should. You should call them until they change the number. You should email them until they change their emails. If you're a hacker, you should crash the site. You should do whatever kind of creative shit you can do to attack these people because they deserve it.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm not going to let up on them. Kevin Roberts, the architect of the whole thing, wrote in his book that your vice president wrote the foreword for. He wrote, "Our revolution will remain bloodless if the left allows it." They think that they are going to topple that shining light on the hill, the land of the free and the home of the brave, and that we're not going to fight back. And they are fucking wrong. So what we have to ask ourselves in this period of time right now, in this period of time, while we wait for the inevitable, are we procrastinating or are we preparing? Because I tell you, we need to be preparing. There needs to be no more sitting around. And you cannot count on midterms. You can't. I'm sorry. I wish you could. You can't. But you can count on your friends and your family and your neighbors. You build your tribe and you get it strong and you get it tough and you link with other tribes and you link with other tribes and you get real big, and then we show up in DC April 5th and we shut the city down. Here's another way I think we can do it. I'm trying to target some focus towards veterans. This country, everyone in this country, needs to see and hear veterans speaking out against and standing up against this fascism.
Yeah.
The left, us, you, we need to see it because we need to be energized and emboldened by the fact that a lot of really tough veterans oppose everything that is happening. You need to see and feel that and hear that.
Yeah.
The right needs to see it because the right needs to be sobered and awakened to the fact that they do not have a monopoly on patriotism or military or toughness. And the fascist Nazi clowns in our White House need to see it so that they know whatever they think they're about to do to us is going to be a lot harder than they think it is. I'm making veteran videos. Right now I have 10 editors making 10 videos apiece. Each video has 10 veterans in it. That's 1,000. We're gonna pump out 1,000 clips, 1 minute long, of 1,000 different veterans talking about why they oppose what's happening, talking about supporting Ukraine, talking about being against Nazis and fascists. Once we have that 1,000, we're going to make another 1,000 and another 1,000 until we run out. We're going to bombard social media with progressive, pro-democracy veterans speaking against this. If you're a veteran, I would love for you to submit a video. I'm going to be posting on all my social media as to how you can do that. I'll probably do it tonight, if not in the morning. The other thing is the media. We have protested, I've been at them, February 5th. Every state capital in the United States was busting at the seams with people. Not just state capitals, towns and cities, small ones, national parks, all over the place. Unprecedented level of protest. Still not big enough, but unprecedented to have them happening in 50 state capitals at once against a sitting president. It's historic, and the media hasn't mentioned it. With the exception of MSNBC, almost no mention of that. On March 30th, I just did this last Saturday. I had 2,000 people outside of Fox News and NBC, and then we marched to CNN. All those people brought with them horns, drums, whistles, air horns, megaphones, car horns, and we made more noise than those people have ever heard outside of their offices. And they didn't report on it. They didn't report on it, but I know they know about it because they had yellow police tape up before we even got there. So what that tells you is fascism isn't on the way, it's already here. When the media is so chilled that they won't report on nationwide protest against a sitting president, fascism is here. But we're going to try anyway. We're going to do it again next Sunday, March 30th, and I'm still dialing in the locations, but we're going to go to Newsmax in Boca Raton. We're going to go to CNN and Fox and NBC in DC because it's an easy march between the three, and we're going to target Fox News in New York City. If you have people there, I need you to spread the word about that. If you can be there, I need you to be there. So we shift the narrative with veterans. We nudge the media over and over until they cover us. And then the last thing I want to say is active duty military. And I need help with this because it can't come from a comedian. It has to come from a veteran or from a military person. We need an oath and a pledge that will circle around to active duty military. It can be benign enough to not break any of their rules. It will be nonpartisan so that it doesn't break any of their rules. But what this is saying is a renewal of your oath to the Constitution of the United States of America. A renewal of your oath to not use force against the American people, to honor democracy. Because I'm going to tell you, I promise you, let's be conservative. I promise you at least 30% of these people hate this dude. They're not going to come after you. If you told them to, they wouldn't. We need them to let the whole world know that. Because once we can start turning these people against him, we turn the active duty military against him using the veterans' videos of people who have already served speaking against him. We shift this narrative to the point where he no longer has military support, and we got a lot of really tough, angry people against this guy while we force the media to cover us, while we spread the message about him being a Russian asset. These people on the far right, the ones who may never come back, right? You can't appeal to their morality. They've showed us they don't have any, right? But these people want to be tough. They want to be machine gun, monster truck, bald eagle patriots. And what we can do is drill it into their head over and over and over again. He's a Russian asset and you're a bootlicker. And it doesn't make you tough, it makes you a coward and a traitor. And that is the message.